Alrighty. Two, episode 2 of me grabbing people and randomly talking, including myself. Today I've brought, introduce yourself please.
Hi. I'm Elias. Yeah. Ooh, Discord.
Don't get distracted by my Discord now. Most of my audience I don't think knows you by heart.
Probably.
Yeah.
My name is Elias, or Eli, and I don't know. I just do things. I'm just here.
Introduce how you met your me.
Oh, I know Hodos from Chinese school, and I guess a while ago. Yeah. Yep.
Is that all you want to introduce yourself as?
I don't know. Do you got any questions?
Oh, I know, but this is the first question. We're getting through it a little bit here and there.
Yeah, I'm a second year electrician, and I play League of Legends.
Fair enough. Also, don't worry about time anymore. I fixed the problem by just waking up earlier today.
Cool.
Okay, anyway, starting from there. So, question 1 for you. So, we're gonna go through. It's not gonna be as rapid fire as I said it would be yesterday. It's still gonna be relatively rapid fire,
okay.
just because I don't have that many questions. But go as long as you'd like. If you have more thoughts, keep talking until you're done.
Of course, I have many thoughts.
Okay, very first question. So, did you watch the video that I uploaded last time?
Yes, I watched like half of it. Yeah.
Half of it? Fair enough. I was talking a lot about just romance in the current world and how everyone is hyper obsessed with it, even though, in my personal opinion, there really is no need about it. What is your current view on that? How do you feel about that?
On romance?
Yes.
I don't know. I like it. You know, I don't know. It's like, you know, in God of War, when that tree dude is talking to Kratos' son, and he's like, "You ever been in love?" And he's like, "It's pretty nice." And I agree with him. It's pretty nice. But maybe it's not for everyone, you know? It's not, I would argue that it's like, it could be needed, but it doesn't have to be for some people, depending on the individual, you know? Because like, I don't know. I think human beings are like social creatures, and like very few people can just go disappear in the woods and be happy on their own.
Is that all of your thoughts?
I don't know. Is there like an extension to that question?
Oh, yeah. So, with that ideology, like with how, as you know, humans are social, and being a social, like humans need social life to be able to exist and live, right? So, with that idea in mind, what do you think would help with the current like state of the world, with that state of mind?
Well, damn. How would that help the world?
Yes, it could be romance related. It could be more than romance.
I think people's happiness directly correlates to like how they live their lives. Like, if everyone's miserable and sad, no one's gonna do their job. No one's gonna go to work. No one's gonna everyone's just gonna kill themselves. It's like, if you're not happy, why even live? You know, it's like, if everything sucks, what are you doing? And like, there's no, and like, you find no happiness in anything. You're just gonna like be like, oh, what's the point of this? Oh, dark horse. And you know, it's like, I think it also correlates to like something I like to think about is if you have a job, dear viewers, you're like, the happier you are, the better you work, and the happier your boss is. And it's like a cycle of like that. Like, happiness, it kind of recycles itself. And yeah, I think it's important to be happy in your life. And I think really like romance definitely helps in that to a certain degree.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Okay, so going from that question, so what do you think you've done in your life that has followed this exact like statement? Like, what do you think you can use as an example for people to maybe even follow?
Can I look at you, or like, because I'm just staring at the screen?
Yeah, go ahead.
This
you
is
can
kinda
stare
awkward.
at me.
Okay, yeah.
I just have to move the mic. Keep talking.
No, that's cool. What was the question again? Sorry.
The question was, is if, like, for example, the same way how. I just asked the question and I forgot. Sorry. The question was, is using your example that you just brought up, can you bring up, like, think of like an example you've had in your life where you can give that as like an inspiration for other people, like a way and like a learning experience for others about what you just talked about?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have that much like. I'm like Saikuno, you know. I'm like low XP, like, like I don't know, romance and stuff, and like relationships. You know, I'm not like Batman. I do ships, but like I don't have that much experience, you know, because you know, half the time it's just one sided. But you know, I'd say for me, the people that I have in my life make me very happy, and even though I may not like reach out or show it, I really do appreciate them, and when I like talk to them or hang out with them or see them, it like makes me happy, and you know that those little moments make life worth it for me.
And like, how would you say you would handle, say, for example, you brought up one-sided relationships, right? How would you normally handle that in a way that would follow the current ideology that we were talking about?
I think it kind of doesn't really relate to it. I think for me personally, it's like my experience with romance and stuff is like you have to realize what you want out of it, and also realize that it's a two-man ship, and yeah, you need to recognize when things aren't working out, and yeah, don't put in too much effort when it's not worth it, you know.
And what would you consider is worth it, and what would you consider is not worth it?
That's a good question, actually. That's a very good and deep question. Again, I don't have that much experience. I hope nobody quotes me on this, but I say that if you want it, it's worth it. Oh, you have ads on your Spotify? Oh my goodness.
I don't have Spotify Premium, my bad.
Okay, that's okay. It's okay. Dark Horse just kind of got ruined for me, but that's okay. Yeah, I think if you want it, it's worth it. I think the things that you want to you should like they have value, because like they have personal sentimental value to you. So if you want it, you should go for it, kind of thing. And like in my case, I'd say that like even though, as I said, like one-sided, I like the quote that says oh geez.
You can also search up on my laptop if you
No,
have to
it's
find
okay.
it.
I got it. It's in the head library. The ads are messing me up. Ad break.
My bad. I
Loving
use Apple
someone is
Music.
never a waste. So yeah, loving someone is never a waste. And it's like it sounds nice, the quote, but like when you think about it, you might have like oh I might have wasted my time like loving that person. But I think even if it seemed like you wasted your time, you showed your capacity to love someone else, and that kind of shows your like heart posture and like your attitude inside and who you are and your character. I think that's very important. Yeah.
All right. So with that in mind, right? Like, so just as good, because that was kind of like half the point of previous video. We're not going to go all the way into that because I've already yapped a long time about how it's like me personally, I don't think like yes, romance is important and it's great to have the ability to love, but at the same time, if you're spending your entire lifetime on one-sided relationships that are clearly not worth it, right? Like,
Yeah. Well, I think that's where the second part comes in, actually, like self-respect. And you see, at some point, yes, I say that loving someone is never a waste, but at some point you need to realize that you're worth more than this situation where you're just chasing someone that doesn't think twice about you. And I think like it's like how much you value yourself and be like, oh, I deserve this much. You know, I deserve this basic minimum, bare minimum, you know, this whatever your standard is for respect. And I think once anyone really crosses that like boundary, even if like, yeah, like no matter who it is, you should have like, I don't know, the heart to like act on it and be like, no, put your foot down. This is not okay. I don't deserve to be treated this way. And if it's a non-negotiable, you need to walk away, because that's like, you can't prioritize this person over yourself.
Now the question is when is it too much? Like, where do you cut it off and say, this is too much, I can't take this, and where is it's still okay, I can live with this?
I think this question is pretty subjective. It's very depending on your situation, but I think, and also depending on your person as well. Obviously, there's different situations in life, and even in the world, where some things are difficult and some people act in certain ways, and yeah, they can't help it. But I think the point where it becomes too much is just when it becomes like a repeated pattern. It's like, yeah, like when you get disrespected over and over again. But I do understand how it's hard to identify these patterns, because I mean, from my experience, it's really easy to become tunnel visioned on someone that you have interest in. And that's why I think it's really good to have a close circle of friends that got your back, like people, I think kind of like the best friend, like, yeah, like the idea of a best friend, someone that can, like, that is there for you 100%, but is also there for you enough to be able to tell you what, like hard things, like, oh, this isn't working out for you, I think it's time for you to stop, and then you got to be good enough friends with them to be like, yeah, I respect your opinion and I'll listen to you because I know you want what's best for me.
Now, straying a little bit away from the topic we've talked about for the last, what does that say, 12 minutes? 12 minutes. We're going to go into some slightly deeper things, because I like to go deeper into a personality and a person, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, my question for you is the deep.
The peak.
The peak.
The peak. I take responsibility for racism.
But yes, what do you think are your inner values? What do you think are your inner cores? What do you need to survive on, and what do you not exactly need to survive on?
I mean, obviously, the stuff that I don't need to survive on, I just won't say. But the stuff that, like character traits that I value the most, I'd say, are probably honor and respect. It's like, if you honor and respect someone, you'll like, you're not gonna go out of your way to dishonor them. Like, I'm not gonna, if I see you on the street, like a random person, and if I have basic respect for human beings, I'm not gonna, even if he has like a ugly hat or something, I'm not gonna go up to him and be like, hey, your hat's ugly. That's like, because that goes below my threshold for basic respect for everyone. Obviously, like, for certain people, that like respect level will go higher, but never lower than that bare minimum, right? And yeah, I think like having basic respect for everyone, even if it's like you don't know them, I think it's a very important value to hold.
Now, another question for you. We've said, with this core value that you've just said, with being respect and honor, right?
Yeah.
What is the, like, give or take, like, have you dropped it before? Like, have you, like, reduced this core value in your head before? Like, and what was the reasoning for that?
I guess I didn't really, like, talk about honor, but I'll get into that right now. Like, I think honor is really important as well, because it's, like, it kind of ties into integrity. So if you don't know what integrity means, it's doing the right thing even when no one's watching. And I think that, like, it's really close to being honorable, because if you're honorable, you'll do what's right even if it's hard, right? And think it kind of sums up the whole, like, it's like a knightly value, you know? It's like, I'm gonna protect the weak, I'm gonna be fair, be just. I think it's a very admirable trait to have, right? No, sorry, what was your question?
Yeah, that was kind of my question. Was just like, where have you dropped the like value of this before? Like, what
Have
was
I
the
dropped
reason?
these values?
Like, have you dropped these values before, if you can think of?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you look at my Clash Royale deck, I do not use Mega Knight, and that's me being honorable because I know that doing what's easy is not right, or not always right. I think that's an excellent example.
That is an excellent example.
You know, if you use Mega Knight, Witch, Hog Rider, Firecracker in the same deck, you are a bad person, and you always just want what's easy for you.
Unfortunately, I haven't played enough Clash Royale to know everything you just
That's
said
okay.
by heart, so
The
I
viewers will
will
know.
assume. I'm
They
sure.
will know.
I'm sure a couple people that might watch or listen to this video will know exactly what you're talking about.
They will know. I'm coming for you.
But yes, I'm gonna. Yes, hold on. All right. Anyway, continuing from our short intended break to make sure that everything is still recording.
And break. Want to break from the ads?
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 How low can we go? Want to break from the?
I can't go that low.
You can't go that low.
Nope.
Haha. Want to break from the ads?
All right, next question. I don't want to be corpse husband out here.
Right. So, how do you feel about like the current state of the world?
Oh,
how
man.
much of a shithole do you believe it is, or how much of a, I guess, paradise do you
Oh,
believe
am I
it
allowed to
is?
swear on this
Oh yeah, go ahead.
podcast? Sick. Okay. Not that I'm gonna, but you know, I was just wondering.
If this ever gets monetized, I'll just censor it.
Nah, monetized things can get sweary
Yeah.
too. It's fine. We're all adults here. This is actually a very interesting question because yeah. So, dear viewers, do not use this line on girls when you're trying to pick them up. You know, when things get boring in your conversation, do not ask them what they think about the current political state of the world. They will not. They will ghost you. Take it from me. But back to the question, I think, I think it's going bad. You know, oil prices are high. I have to pay like $80 to fill up my $40 normal tank of gas. You know, there's war in the Middle East again for no reason. The United States of America is run by pedophiles, and they have an unjust law system, and nobody wants to do anything about it. You know, the whole government is run by corrupt politicians that are, you know, controlled by another country, and yeah, and then you know there's rumors of war, there's natural disasters happening. But there's a earthquake in Japan just a couple days ago, and tsunami warnings and stuff, and like yeah, but obviously it's like really easy to focus on the bad stuff. Like I'd say there's also good stuff happening, like England's banning cigarettes for people born after December 31st, 2007, I think, or something like that. And like Australia just banned OnlyFans or something, I forgot. And yeah, but I think despite those little wins, I think the world is still a pretty bad place. You know, you can appear free, but you're not. And I don't know, everyone's very focused on politics. You know, it's like political disagreements kind of like divide a lot of people. And like me personally, I'm not a political person. I do not side with any ideology of the sort. But yeah, I just know it's a, you know, it's part of the scheme of helping the rich get richer. And yeah, and overall that's just corruption full of you know, the stuff that's bad in this world, like greed, you know, lust for power. Ooh, pike. Um, yeah, and it, you know, like, why is the U.S. in Iran right now? Nobody knows. Or some people know, but
They're the same people that are probably not very good people in the
most
government.
people don't. And it's like you're gonna do that just because you want like it's just for personal gain. And there's I like to pick on the US a lot because it's like really easy to pick on, but they have, I don't remember her name, that lady that worked under the Trump administration. Forgot her name though. She's the blonde one. She kept lying under oath. That was kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie, especially when they kept calling her out and she kept lying. And yeah, even like Kash Patel, man, he got like I don't know, like I don't know. Did you see how he like got exposed by Iran? They like
Yes,
hacked
yes,
into
I
his
did.
email and they like found his like hentai account or something, or his X videos or whatever. He's just like a spat of cash. Yeah, yeah, and even like yeah, it's just you know it makes you feel pretty small, because there's these big players in this game we call life, and they just care about themselves, and they'll do whatever it takes to get what they want, like and remove anyone that will get in their way.
Do you think having like a good amount of respect and honor, like you said, would help fix most of these problems that you just suggested?
Probably, but realistically no, because human nature is I believe is inherently evil. You have these like you have these bad traits in everyone. It's like, well, I guess actually I'm gonna take that back. I think human beings have the capacity for great good or great evil, but most people choose to do great evil because it feels so much better. You know, like it's kind of like addiction. Like power, like having a power addiction is kind of like any other addiction. Like alcohol, gambling, drugs. You know, it's like, oh, the one time you get it, it feels so good. And even if you're like, oh, I'm gonna stop after this one more hit, but you never do because it just feels that good, and you're just lying to yourself just to make yourself feel better. And I think, like, even if you have respect and honor, I think that eventually that gets like overwhelmed by like this human greed and corruption. Yeah.
Now, speaking of, because you said that you view humans as inherently evil to begin with, right?
I said, oh, I
You technically retracted the point,
yeah,
and you also
but,
said it.
but I think they have capacity for it. Yeah.
Yes. So, with that like thought in mind, with humans being inherently evil, how do you think we can create a more optimistic environment with that in mind?
I don't think you can. I think honestly, I think the world is gonna end pretty soon. Like, there's lots of signs. I'm a Christian, so when I turn to religion for this kind of stuff, and the signs are there, prophecies are being prophesied and fulfilled, and you know, it's like in times like this, I need to like I remember that like, oh, this world is pretty temporary, and I believe in heaven, so I like obviously that doesn't mean I'm gonna give up on this world, but it's good to have in your mind that like it's not gonna last forever, and eventually this earth will like cease to exist, and it'll be fine because you know if you believe in God, you'll be in heaven.
Now, following kind of in that idea, would you call yourself more of a nihilist or like an optimist in this like
I
current
don't know what
worldscape?
nihilist means.
Nothing
I'm an
matters.
I'm an
Nothing
average,
matters. Nothing
intelligence.
cares. Types of stuff. Like a nihilist, for to explain, as a nihilist to explain is basically somebody who just doesn't believe that anything matters. Like nothing I'll do will change anything. Nothing I'll do can do anything. And
Yeah, I'm definitely not that.
yeah,
I don't think I'm an optimist either, though. I think maybe I don't know, more of a realist, but less of anything really. You know, I think seeing things as they really are, it takes takes a little courage because when things don't look how you want them to, it's easy to like disillusion things and be like and just pretend that it's not there, and just kind of trick your mind and be like, no, things aren't how it actually is, and they're actually how I want them to be. And then you kind of, yeah, it's just delusion. And that's pretty unhealthy, I'd say.
but would you call a good delusion good? Like if you have deluded yourself into believing the world is better than it is, do you think that's better or worse for that person?
That is better than it actually is. I wouldn't say there's a okay. I'd say that there's like it's a little dangerous, but like at the end of the day, who am I to if that makes you happy, that makes you want to live your life, who am I to tell you that that's wrong? You know? Like who am I to burst your bubble and be like, nope, the world actually sucks and you're gonna die and everything is gonna suck. No, I'm not gonna do that because that's back to the basic respect thing. If you want to be happy, by all means be happy. I think being happy is really, really hard to do, especially since like factors like the state of the world. There's just lots of negative things in the world, and it's very hard to be happy and actually pursue the things that you want to do. Like, if you talk to people at like university and stuff and be like, hey, like, do you have a dream job? And I really do like envy the people that have dream jobs and have like full plans for their lives. Like, I want this, I want that. Like, they know what they want, and they actually pursue it. Like, like I think it's really hard to do, and that's why I respect it. Like, it's really easy to be like, oh, like accountants make a lot of money, I'm gonna get into business, but then like people that want to be like teachers or like English majors or art majors, they take joy in like what they do in the actual like English or art or teaching or like children or something. So like even though it doesn't pay as well, they're doing what makes them happy. Yeah, so I think like if you make yourself happy, there's no problem with like I don't know, I wouldn't say disillusioning yourself, but like I'd say just be aware of the negative effects, but choose to ignore them. There's a difference between like completely being ignorant and blindsided to that, but like acknowledging it and saying like, oh, you're not going to affect how I live my life because like why should I worry? I really like there's a quote that I like. It's worrying doesn't solve today's problems, but it takes away tomorrow's peace. Or wait, shit. Worrying doesn't solve tomorrow's problem, but it takes away today's peace. Yeah, I'm a little dyslexic. You can tell I didn't go to school. Yeah, but I think that's really true. So like, why worry about the things of tomorrow when you can enjoy today? Otherwise, you lose both, right?
Yes, and this actually kind of almost perfectly correlates to what I was going to go into next, and that is so most people, when it comes to their ideologies, their ideas, they tend to have them be created because of things that have happened to them in the past. For example, some people become nicer because people weren't as nice to them in the past, right? Mm-hmm. It's very common stuff.
Yep.
What would you say is the thing that challenged you the most to suddenly realize that people needed honor and respect, and that's what you wanted from people?
Well, I actually really like this question because I think how someone is raised directly influences how they like their personality as an adult. You know, it's kind of like the like human growth and stuff. It's like if you're raised like a rich snob that gets everything they want, and then suddenly you're an adult, like I think like, and you don't get what you want, you're just gonna throw a tantrum and be a menace to society, and nobody needs that, you know, and like, because, and this is because like early developmental years, like of children and like of human beings as children, is they're very detrimental and important because they really do form who you are. As for your question, I don't know. I guess there's like for me, I'm influenced by a lot of like media, I guess, and like the people around me, and it's like I think for me, it's like kind of stems from common sense. It's like, hey, someone treated me bad. I didn't like that. If I treat someone else bad, they probably won't like that either. So it's like mutual respect kind of thing. And like, there's no specific example I can like provide, but like it's along the gist of that, you know.
And following that, what would you say currently challenges you from being able to fulfill said principles?
Definitely internet propaganda. You know, sometimes in my Instagram reel or TikTok, you know, they just tell me, they're like, you know, you should be mean to people. You should be, you know, they kind of make it sound fun, you know. So I definitely say that's a challenge for me. You know, be careful around social media, especially for children, because they can be influenced so easily. You know, a blank canvas can be formed very easily. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm blanking a little bit.
Oh, that's okay. I'll keep speaking.
No, it's okay. I had the question. It just
Okay.
temporarily disappeared. It's gonna come back in a second here.
Okay. Well, I'll keep talking then. You know, there's lots of propaganda out there. Like
Oh, there we go. Got the question.
Oh yeah.
So now you've talked about it, like, internet propaganda, that type of issue. Have you found ways to start solving for those issues? Have you even tried to think about it, or do you think it's just not like important enough that you need to fix it?
Fix it. There's no fixing it. This is like, you know, the government actually uses like memes to like as a way of spreading propaganda. Like like if you look at how many like, well, let's use Charlie Kirk as an example. How many Charlie Kirk memes are there out there? And like, you know, and how many of them dropped as soon as he got killed? You know, when something's funny, it disassociates us from the actual like reality of it, and it's like, oh, this isn't a tragedy. It's funny. It's a meme. It's a joke. You know, but then like that's what they want you to think, because they know if you knew the truth, you'd probably be furious. Be like, oh, why are we killing people in broad daylight for exercising our freedom of speech? You know, I don't know. And you know, that's what they want. They want you to be like no, like I'm serious though. Like the I think the CIA or FBI, they like actually admitted to be like, yeah, we have a department, like they have a meme department for like spreading propaganda, and I'll give it to them. That's pretty smart, and it definitely works. Because people that like, you know, I think people that are laughing are more docile than people that are angry. That makes sense, you know. So, you know, if make them laugh, they're easy to control. You know, give them something else that's funny. You know. Same with like, it's kind of like how like manipulating people that are scared. It's like the same. It's like in the same realm, because you're not like you're not in your like your like full state. You're like I don't know. It's kind of like when like you laugh so hard you pee yourself or something. You know, it's like you're not fully in control. Kind of like when you're so scared that you pee yourself. But yeah, but again, since it's government like done, I can't do anything about it. You know,
It's true.
like there's nothing you can do because you know it's kind of like freedom of speech. You know, it's a pretty silly idea since you know they like anybody can say whatever they want until they can't, obviously. But that means people that want to spread misinformation, they can say whatever they want to, and people that want to say the truth can also say that too. So it's very, I think it's nowadays it's a little difficult to find who's telling the truth and who's making up stuff without like going further into like deep research, which is obviously really difficult and not a lot of people want to do that, you know, in this time and age of convenience. You know, some people they're like, oh, I admit myself included, I do this sometimes too. It's like, oh, I hear a fact on TikTok or something, be like, oh, I'm not gonna fact check that. I don't really care, you know. And I could at the click of my finger, but you know, it's so convenient to me that no, I don't really care. It's probably true. And so a lot of people do that too, and that's why I think, yeah, propaganda and misinformation are gonna be around for a long time. They're very powerful weapons.
Now, another question, right? That again kind of follows through with it. Have you thought about things, for example, like removing like your social media use to avoid such like propaganda?
Definitely, yeah. So, actually, someone that I know from high school, she, like, I don't know how regularly, but like she does like social media fasts, which I think is really really smart because you're like resetting your brain, getting off like me personally, I'm on my phone every single day. Like every single day. Like there hasn't been a day in a very, very long time that I've not been on my phone. And like even social media, you know? That's why they have like they have like Snapchat streaks and stuff to like get you come back every single day, you know?
Which, by the way, I'm sorry for not replying. I completely forgot Snapchat
okay.
existed.
That's okay. You can't hurt me. But yeah, like I think doing a social media fast is a really, really good idea because it resets your brain function to be like, oh, I don't actually need my phone. I don't need this block of metal that like, yeah. And it's like, it also helps you, I don't know, enjoy life, I guess, because you're not focused on your screen and what other people are doing. And so to her, I applaud you. But for me, it's been a work in progress. It's like, oh, that sounds like a good idea. I'll probably do that when I don't need my phone or something for anything important. So, but it's definitely something I want to try. It's like improve my health. I think it definitely, I don't know, maybe improve my sleep or something. Blue light kind of keeps you awake.
Yeah. I mean, would you say actually, again, following this point, because this is a very common point actually, would you say that as a society, phones are kind of holding us back a little?
I definitely think they have their advantages. You know, very quick access to information. You know, very quick connectivity to everyone. I think it's just needs to be used in moderation, as does anything. You know. Ooh, this song. Like anything, too much of anything is dangerous. Really, like too much water, you can drown. Too much food, and you get fat. Too much, even if it's healthy, you gotta be careful. And that goes for the activities that we do daily. You know, if you work out your chest every single day, your chest is probably gonna explode. And that's why you need a good balance. Same with like, yeah, your diet, your sleep. You can't be sleeping for 24 hours a day. That's kind of stupid.
How much would you say like phones and social media in general has shaped your entire personality at this point?
Probably a lot, honestly. Like, kind of like, I don't know. There's like, it's like you know what EBK is? Elite ball knowledge.
Yes, yes, I do.
Yeah. So, there's a ton of EBK inside of me, and that's because of all the social media I've consumed. So like I know my homeboy, he'll like throw some super obscure niche reference from like 20 years ago, and I'll catch it and be like, I don't know, like I'll use like the internet just provides so many of those. Like I don't even, you guys remember like Mountain Dew and Doritos and the Illuminati? That's pretty funny. 6ix9ine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anything's better than 6'7" at this point.
That was our brain rot back in the day.
Yeah.
Us unks. But yeah, like I think without the internet, I definitely wouldn't have all those things to like stem off of and kind of be like autistic, I guess. So yeah, I'd definitely say I would have been a different person if I didn't have all these factors affecting me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That is about the end of what I had prepared for today. So
Cool.
Unless you want to talk about other things in your life that's currently happening, which go ahead if you'd like, or even drop your socials, because
Oh, my socials.
depending on some people, they might want to follow you. I don't know.
Nope. You will not find me, especially after I'm dropping all this stuff.
No worries. I will not name drop you beyond just your name.
No, it's okay. I don't care about being name dropped. They don't know my name, But it's like, oh, it's Elton John.
Ooh.
I'm just saying. I don't know. You can probably ask Hodos for my socials if you really want to meet me, or if you're a cute girl.
Fair
I'm
enough.
always open for more bad experiences. In the romantic world, as we discussed, or if you need someone to play League with, or if you need electrical help in your home, I'm always glad to help for a small fee. Yeah, you can always ask your boy Hodos for those digits. And yeah, make sure everyone tries out social media fast for, I don't know, like a day at least. See how you feel. Actually, maybe 3 days, so you don't have withdrawals and go crawling back like a crazed maniac.
Fair enough. And again, that was kind of your last word, so just
Oh
read
wait, that was my last words.
No, well, you can still keep going.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I think being too reliant on technology definitely potentially could cripple us as a society. I know people that like they go to ChatGPT for everything, be like, "Hey, ChatGPT, should I hit on a 16?" And like, it definitely takes away our
Ingenuity.
yeah, ingenuity and like use for like I don't know, natural things. Kind of like what we were talking about before the podcast started about like mommy ASMR. It's definitely not healthy to be reliant on that to help you sleep at night. Right, guys? So, it's definitely a good idea to take a break sometimes and, go outside, see your friends, go get some that vitamin D, drink some agua, But like, yeah, go, getting out of the house is very important. Like, I don't know about you, but I definitely do not go out of the house as much as I should,
Well, I mean, as you can clearly see, actually, it's kind of funny because I've been like anxiously because I didn't realize my chair was on the piece that I need to play tomorrow. It's okay though. I shouldn't do anything.
I don't go to.
But because me personally, I have like a tournament and then something
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I have a
It's
tournament too.
Chaos, yeah.
Yeah, I love spike ball, but I think it's good to have a hobby. Meet people, make friends.
Go outside, touch
Definitely.
grass.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Quick side tangent. Quick question for you. Do you think making friends in university is hard?
Well, the thing is it's not the making friends part that's hard. It's making long-lasting friends. I believe that is the difficult part in university, because it's very easy to make a set of friends, especially if they're in your class. All you have to do is just talk to enough people. Like for introverts, like some introverts who are a little more difficult to talk, like with talking, right? Like yeah, that's gonna be a problem for sure. But like for example, like yes, I know it will sound like complete and utter hypocrisy coming from my mouth, considering I invited somebody to my house to do a podcast episode with. But I am technically an introvert. Just
That's
people
okay.
don't believe me.
We're homies.
Yeah,
You know what's 13 years of knowing each other. You know.
exactly.
Something
But
like
because I'm technically what they call a functional introvert, so I still have a social battery that drains compared to an extrovert that like gains energy from talking to people, right? Like if I go hyper like simple with the idea of it, but basically, like I don't talk that like I still talk a lot, but just like not on the same level as I used to. And that's kind of like that's the first issue with making friends with university, because sometimes it's hard to just immediately talk to somebody, right? Like especially since if you're, for example, say your interests don't align in a class, it's going to be a little more difficult to make friends with somebody in said class. But at the same time, if you talk to enough people, one person in that class for sure, it doesn't matter who, will have some interest similar to you, because we are in an age where everyone is connected by very similar things.
Oh yeah, I love the invisible string theory.
Yes. I'm so glad that somebody knows the word for that.
EBK.
Exactly.
EBK.
But like that's kind of actually in a way like I see the people always laughing about like dead internet theory, like people saying everyone's just bots, nobody actually exists. But I don't think people realize the reason why the dead internet theory exists in the first place is because everyone thinks incredibly similarly now. It's like a hive mind already on its own. The whole reason why the dead internet theory exists is because everyone thinks everyone's a robot because everyone is acting like one. We're all acting in a way that doesn't break standards or like changes reality, and because of that everyone acts in a way that's similar. Like one of the biggest issues with like people like I'm sure you've seen it already on Instagram and stuff, but like people talking about like, you know how like when they talk about like situationships and like romance and like blah 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 blah.
No, that's not the stuff that comes up in my
Oh well, but basically, like a lot of people like in this modern age, like really don't like especially like online dating, because like online dating can be a bit of a mess in this current generation.
Oh yeah.
But like there's a lot of things that people are like, you have to be nonchalant as a guy. Like if you care too much, they won't like you.
The stuff that I see, they're like, I'm done with that stuff. That I want to love to the fullest. You know, 3-month rule. I want to be free.
And that's exactly, and that's like that is people. That's the reason why the dead internet theory exists, because people are now breaking out of that mold. People have stopped caring about being, oh, I need to be as nonchalant as possible. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. Especially like me and your Asian guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've at some point in time in our YouTube gotten that one video. It's like the Asian guy epidemic or something like Asian loneliness or something like that. Like men loneliness epidemic.
Maybe I don't remember.
Maybe. But basically like the whole idea is that like as men we need to be nonchalant.
I mean, definitely, if I could have a 2D waifu, I would definitely indulge in that for the rest of my days. Kind of like that dude from in Japan. There's a guy in Japan who like married Hatsune Miku. I thought that was pretty sick. We watched that in like history class or something. I thought it was awesome. You know, I'd definitely marry Hatsune Miku if she let me.
Fair enough.
But, you know, the real thing is always better. Even though she might say what you don't want to hear.
Well, that's kind of half the joys of a relationship to begin with. Sometimes to hear those words, because, you know, as I've always said, arguments are kind of important. Like, you need to have arguments in a relationship.
Yeah, but I think it's like, it just comes with the package, you know? There's going to be ups and downs, but then, like, at the end of the day, that's your partner. And that's, like, if you want to, obviously, spend, like if you want to have these experiences with them, it's going to be sick. And, like, the good times will come, the bad times will come. It's just like any other relationship, like with your friends or with your family, you know? It's like, you know, sometimes you'll argue, sometimes you'll fight, but like at the end of the day, it's real. It's not just one-sided. It's not just everything's all rainbows and candy, you know? Things go wrong, and that's what's real. That's the beauty of being human.
Fair enough, right?
Yeah.
Again, that's why I say the internet in a way, in my personal idea is that internet has kind of molded us into believing a specific way for you to fit in when there are probably hundreds of ways for you to fit in. That's kind of the reason why, especially at university now, all you have to do is just talk enough, and the two of you will find something that you guys have done similarly, or some form of interest that you both have.
Yeah, fair enough.
But then that's again where the issue lies, is if you're going to keep the friend or not, because usually university friendships, depending on if they're in your degree or not, if they're in your degree, they could last quite some time, unless there's somebody you don't want to talk to, in which I've had multiple cases of.
Oh, really?
Long story, but basically, yeah, it's quite easy to make a friend in university. The difficulty of making a friend is to keep that friend by the end of the semester. Because, for example, me, I've made a couple of friends in university now. There's a good chunk of them actually that's on my Instagram main page all the time now. But the difference is whether or not I keep them, right? There was a guy I met last semester called John. He was a really fun and nice guy, but we literally haven't talked since last semester because there's we just don't have a chance to. There's no option.
You can always reach out and be like, "Hey, man."
Oh, exactly. You can always do that. I'm never saying you can't.
Have you?
No. Other people busy, and again, that's what I'm saying. The difficulty of friends with university isn't making them; it's actually keeping them.
Fair enough. But what's your friends from high school?
Oh, they're probably one of the ones that are listening to it right now.
Oh, okay.
Hey, hi, Luke. If you can hear me, hello. Anyway.
Oh, quick shout out. Yeah. I mean,
he's probably gonna be next on this episode, depending on when I grab him.
Sick. I mean, I think. I don't have personally any experience with that, but I do have a story of someone that does. You know, our good friend Janice. Love Janice.
She might, depending on if she pays attention to my second account, she might see this.
That's why I can tell the story and name drop. You know, I remember she told me when she went to so we have a friend named Janice who also went to Chinese school with us. She's a bit of a indoor social butterfly, and she definitely doesn't like talking to people. But she told me the story of when she went to orientation for school, university, and I remember she told me she saw some girl from across the whatever auditorium or whatever they do, and she was like, "I want to be friends with that person," in her mind, of course. And then, long story short, they actually ended up being friends. And I thought, she told me that story, and I thought that was really cool. You know, you can be like, "Wow, I want to be friends with that person," and then actually being friends with them. And even my friends from high school, I see them on, I don't know, Instagram and stuff, and they're hanging out with new people, having friends. Even my sister, yeah, she I see she's hanging out with new people that she's never seen before, I guess, or that I've never known of, and she's having a blast, and that makes me happy, because it's wow, these things happen. You actually, the world's a big place. You can go make some friends, kind of thing,
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's making friends is relatively simple if you just talk to enough people. The question is just if you can talk to that many people.
Oh,
right?
No, definitely. Okay, I have a quick little story as well. Another story. So last summer, I went to British Columbia near the small town of Princeton. Shout out to people from Princeton.
I don't think anyone here is from there, but
definitely not. But it's out there. And I was volunteering at a summer camp because I don't know why the heck not. And I've never been there before. I don't know. I knew one person, and that's the person that invited me because she was the coordinator. So definitely not my age. And so that was definitely an experience because I was with a ton of people that I didn't know serving at a kids camp, and it kind of helped me for context, I'm no better than Hodos. I am also an introvert, and so that actually helped me grow as a social butterfly, and deepen my, I guess, personality around other people that I don't necessarily know. And what helped me the most was these people don't know me. I can theoretically be anybody I want to be, and so I want to be a cool dude, and so it's sick. And they're like, yeah, Elias, you're such a cool dude, and it worked out. And now like going back to being close friends, like I'm going back again this summer to hang out with a couple of them, and we even like went on a couple trips together. Like they live in Vancouver and stuff, and like the nearby areas. So I like whenever I go over there, we hang out and stuff. Like we went skiing. I'm seeing one of them in Japan. It's gonna be lit. And that's all. Like these are people that I didn't even know last year. And suddenly we're cool enough friends to like go see each other, like pay to go out of our way and see each other just for funsies. So I don't know, I think that's pretty cool.
What was the original question that I asked?
There wasn't one. I was
No,
asking.
not question, sorry. What was I saying before that?
Keeping
In touch with people, right? Yeah, like, because, like, for example, again, the same person I just met, name dropped, Luke, who might get to this point. I'm not sure. If he does DM me or something, because it would be nice to know audience retention and where it drops. But
2%, the human body has 2 to 7% retention rate when something is being told to them.
yeah. Well, I mean,
It's a fun fact.
yeah. Well, it kind of depends on the person too, right? Because like, if you sit there and like listen
if
for
you
like
have
an hour,
if you have anything higher than that, just by listening, you might have some special powers.
exactly,
Emphasis on the special part.
exactly. But
Anyways,
like,
you were saying?
basically, I was saying like, we talk a lot to each other. But comparative to like back in high school, it's different just because he's in Edmonton now. But like even with like long distance, the thing is one of the really core important traits with especially like friends that I make is most of my friends aren't like super high maintenance. They're not like I have to continually like respond.
So you
to
like
them.
low maintenance friends?
No, it's not that I can make friends with any type.
Okay.
It's just that most of my friends like that I keep up with continually are relatively more low maintenance.
Oh, fair enough.
And which is like one great thing for me because I'm usually way too busy. Literally, as I was telling you before we came here, I literally have to like prepare for like a piece tomorrow plus my tournament. I have to prepare. You can literally see the rules for Taekwondo sparring on my monitor.
I mean, shouldn't you know the rules already?
No, I know, but I have to do center refereeing tomorrow,
okay, sure.
and I have to relearn the entire setup because I wasn't supposed to until this Tuesday.
Are those 1v1s? It's like,
Yeah,
oh, sick. I saw the Instagram post for that actually.
yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
But yeah, no, it's so I have to spar in it
MMA,
and
is
I have to center ref, so it's a bit of a struggle.
It's not MMA.
No, not MMA
Nope.
style.
MMA is cool.
Yeah, but basically, like can get very busy very fast. But that's why like it's important for me to have some low maintenance friends because if I don't have any low maintenance friends, I'm gonna literally lose my mind in 5 minutes.
Fair enough. I think all my friends are low maintenance actually. Like I can not talk to them for like a year and then I'll see them at New Year's or something and be like, hey, what's up? And we'll just get right back into it.
I mean, I'm pretty much the perfect example of that because you literally. I think
basically.
the last time we talked was church 3 months ago,
Maybe.
and that was it.
I don't know. But before that was 2 years, maybe. I don't know.
Also, remind me for any time I do this again in the future to turn off my notifications.
I can't hear anything.
No, my phone notifications.
No, it's okay. I don't mind at all.
Nope.
It's important to, if you get called by an Indian scammer, you should always pick up.
Oh, I just have those on emails just in case any of my
I always pick
jobs
up,
randomly summon me. I never pick up.
What if it's a Nigerian prince trying to riz me up and give me money?
If it's a Nigerian prince trying to ask me for money, I am going to fall asleep and pretend I never heard them say anything.
I'll always pick up when people call me. I think that's like even if I don't know the number, I'm always gonna pick up. Like I don't know if that might just be a me thing, but it's like I don't know. You know?
I refuse. I just refuse to pick up because I know sometimes like it's rare and it's probably never going to happen in my lifetime. But I've had enough like warnings.
It'll be 100% chance of being 0 if you never pick up.
Oh, I know, but at the same time, it's like
100%
I'd rather not have my voice be recognized by scammers when in the future our technology is possibly controlled by voice recognition.
Fair enough, but I don't mind too much about that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's just me being precautious of silly things in the future that could happen.
Fair enough.
Again, like I said, it's likely not going to happen that way considering how our world is moving right now. But even then, it's just a deep-rooted fear in me that I would like to not have to deal with.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for when I get popular enough so people can make AI deepfakes of me. You know?
I think you can do that on your own.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But no one's gonna do it for me.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna say like me. You know. Shout out to people that like me. Yeah, I don't know. I just like talking to people, you know, and hence why I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, pick up the phone. You know, it could be a door to salesman or something, or like could be someone that your buddy or something. You know, just hit the 1 hour mark.
Yes. Sorry, I just had to. Well, technically, it's an hour and like 11 minutes because we already had that before that.
We'll see.
But
shout out to the editor.
Me.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is kind of funny because like. People really don't severely underestimate that, like, because I just don't talk about it very often. But I do have a random like level of just talents that I just have behind me that I never talk about, and I don't care enough to talk about.
That's okay, man. You can always. That's what the podcast is for. You know.
Exactly. Well, I mean,
telling everyone about your hidden talents.
Yeah.
So, do you have any hidden talents? Of course.
I can edit videos. I can make views. Yeah, no, I don't care.
That's okay.
But again, unless you have anything else more to say, that's.
Of course I do. I always have stuff to say. Back to the current state of the world. Do you know the show The Boys?
Yes.
I love The Boys. New episode just dropped Wednesday. I think they do a really good job on throwing Is that my phone?
Yeah, it's your phone. I have notifications that sound like that.
Who's trying to reach me? Ooh, Jenny Mod. I think sorry about that, guys. I think The Boys, if you don't know, it's a show about superheroes. But I think they do a really good job on throwing satirical spins on real life characters, and they actually do a really good job of it, and it's actually funny. You know? Sorry, did you say you knew it or you didn't know it?
No, I do.
Oh, sick. You know,
I just watched Soldier Boy burn Quinn to death.
Man, that episode was not the best. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
but you know,
I'm really curious how they're gonna deal with all of the different plot holes in the next 4 episodes because there's 4 episodes left.
Get shot by that cop, but whatever. Spoilers, by the way. But yeah, definitely like I don't know. They mind you, they like all those episodes that they pre-recorded, like they had no idea that this stuff was gonna happen like now. So I think that's pretty funny because like the show that's about satire is like more, it's like becoming more and more like reality, and I think that's pretty hilarious. You know, that you can just predict the future just by like I don't know, you just have a crazy idea and you put it into a show, kind of like you know the show Smiling Friends.
I think I've heard of it before.
There's a ton of like meme audios, and you've probably heard something from them. But it's like Adult Swim.
Yes, I have.
They just it's like a kind of like Family Guy. They just make up stuff, and it's just pure comedy. Kind of like Rick and Morty too. I don't know. Those people that make the kind of entertainment. Props to you, because I think that's really hard to think of creative ideas and make them funny at the same time while also building a storyline. I think that's also you know, writers, filmmakers, good job to you. Speaking of film, what are your thoughts on Project Hail Mary?
Oh, it was good. I have to say because technically, again, this is we're getting to weird Hodos things that just occur.
Did you read it?
No.
Okay.
I had a dream about it, so I've technically watched the movie before 2 years ago.
Oh, wait, what? Why did you say that? Can you say that again? What?
this goes
You
to
don't
the
want to dream
weird
about it?
Hodos things. I have some really weird things that occur to me sometimes, and one of those things is occasional prophetic dreams.
Oh yeah, I get those too. Yeah.
I've watched the entire 2 hour, like I've watched the full length of the movie from beginning to end in a dream one time.
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
sick. I watched the entire half of the Demon Slayer movie on TikTok one time in English.
Ah, that sounds about right. I mean, somebody does have the entire B movie in a GIF.
I have the whole script in my notes app. But yeah, I. Wait, sorry. So, what did you think of it? Do you like it? Did you not like it?
Oh, it was good. It was really good.
Okay.
There was the only thing I think like that really just like tripped me up a little bit was just some stuff that I had to learn about like by just searching it up on YouTube and stuff and like learning about it. Like for example, how Rocky understands
Oh, it's
grace.
vibrations.
No, not just vibrations, but also they have like 6 brains.
Oh, yeah. No, that's part of the book.
Yeah.
I did not read the book. I know someone who did, and she told me. That's why she liked it, because she read the book. Our good friend Malcolm Liu, name drop. He hates it.
He hates it. Of course he does. He doesn't like your name either.
He hated it, and I thought that was pretty funny. And there's this one guy that I know. He does like movie reviews on Letterboxd, and every time he posts one on his story on Instagram, he always drops like a little side note to diss Project Hail Mary, which is I think is pretty funny. Calls it a load of poo, and says I don't know, other people can do better. But still, my personal thoughts, I kind of thought it was kind of like I didn't think it was good, but I didn't think it was bad. You know, like I kind of liked how spoilers by the way. Doctor Grace was like he didn't care about any humans on Earth to die for them, but then he'd like risk his life for like one alien. And so that was kind of, you know, that's nice. Also, the cinematography, that was nice. Like, that was really good as well. But what really caught my eye was that whenever they're building something, they use red tools, you know? Red tools means Milwaukee, and I'm a big Milwaukee fan. You know? Who's blowing up my phone?
The thing is Project Hail Mary's a good movie, even if you didn't read the book, and that is one of the best things because a lot of adaptations nowadays, like there's so many plot holes with
That's because it's
when you
about
do
space.
it. Yeah.
Space is just, you just have to show it.
Well, and that's the half of the as well. And Ryan Gosling is just perfect actor for this movie. In almost every movie he's in, it feels like he's the perfect actor for whatever role he's doing. But the thing is the whole reason why this movie is good is because Loki does kind of touch on human nature, especially when he gets fucking drugged. Spoilers, by the way, drugged and sent off to space.
I mean, I think that's because they needed it. It was like the trolley problem. It had to be done.
Yes, but even if it had to be done, right? Like it's still immoral entirely on its own.
Yeah, but it had to be done.
Yes.
So, you know,
And that's
trolley
why,
problem.
like I was saying, it does touch on and like the thing is it's even more like there's parts of it that when you analyze it more, it's even more insane.
Do you think making choices like messes with fate and destiny?
No.
No. Like kind of like the trolley problem. You know, it's like if you pull the lever, you save that one you save one person but kill 5. You know, are you the type of person that would be like, oh, I'm just gonna walk away and let fate do its own thing because it's gonna hit them
No.
anyway? No. What would you do?
The thing is my idea of fate and like destiny isn't the same as everyone else's, where it's like it's a
So
for sure law.
what would you do in this situation?
Do what I can to save as many lives as possible.
So you would.
If the guy on the
Pull the
right,
lever.
if the one guy on the track has the cure to cancer, I'm going to pull the lever because he can save 1,000 lives.
Okay.
When I have to end up killing 5.
Okay, but what if he doesn't have the cure to cancer and one of the 5 people is Hitler?
I'd still save the one guy's life because even if it's Hitler, right? Like Hitler's a bad person. I'm not going to say he's a good person.
Wait, so you're gonna kill the kill the 5 people to save the one person?
No, kill the one person and save the 5 people. Even if the 5th person is Hitler.
The one dude doesn't have the cure to cancer.
No, I know. Even if the 5th person is Hitler, I'm still going to save the other guy. Like I'm still going to save all 5 of them, even if the one guy is Hitler.
But what if the dude next to Hitler is a sex trafficker, and as soon as you release him, he's gonna go on his yacht and go to Epstein's Islands and you know, Little St. James.
Again, same story. I do things by quantity. If there are 5 lives there that I can save compared to
but-
the one.
But by saving that one life, you are harming many others.
True, but at the same time, by saving him, I could change how he views things.
I can change.
By saving him, even if he ends up doing horrible things, somebody else will catch him and he will be punished
I
for
can
it.
fix her
That's not my
doctor.
job. My job is not to punish him. My job is to save
You're not
what I
punishing
save.
him. You're just making a decision.
Yes, and my decision is to save 5 lives.
I think it's wrong to play God. Sometimes. This does
Well,
not
that's why the
apply
trolley
to-
problem, in my opinion, is one of the dumbest ways to deal
Nope.
with human morality.
It's
but
not, because it gets you thinking, even though
does.
there is no answer. It's like like doctors. They are required to save anybody,
Yes.
even if it's like, I don't know, the worst person ever.
Yes.
Because they swear an oath that's like, I will save anyone that I can and help anyone I can. And so it's a moral dilemma.
And that's one of the things that the internet has skewed. The internet, and that's why the cancel culture is kind of annoying because.
Oh, but it has nothing to do with cancel culture.
No,
can
I
say
know,
whatever
but
I want.
it's the same concept because the whole point, it's bad person does one bad thing, right? The entire world screams at them and blames at them, and if they don't properly, perfectly apologize, everyone like think Sekuno recently, right? Sekuno, yes, he's
Okay,
a
wait,
bad
hold
person.
on.
He cheated, right?
Quick disclaimer. Dear viewers, some of the things I say, I do not really mean. Okay, remember this. Anyways, what
Well,
do you think about Sykkuno situation
Well,
drama?
first of all, before also a second disclaimer, like I would like everyone to know that it's like everyone's thoughts are welcome. I really,
Oh yeah, we are inclusive
unless
here.
for some reason this video goes or this podcast, I guess, goes really popular out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
Government. My name is John Gray.
My name is Gene Lee.
All right, cool.
Anyway,
Now that we established that.
basically, right? Like, what was I talking about just a second ago?
Yeah, what do you think about the Sykkuno drama?
Right, Psycho.
Was he right? Was he wrong?
No,
Is he cool?
I don't
Is he
care.
not? Is he
That's
a
my
chud?
response. Is I don't care. You
don't care?
Like,
No, but surely you got some thoughts. I want to know your thoughts. I care. That's what I'm asking.
no, I know, and my thoughts is just like it's. In my opinion, like this is a waste of cancel culture because, yes, I know he
Is he getting
cheated.
canceled?
Huh?
Is he getting canceled?
He was getting canceled, and then now they're in a constant back and forth between
Oh,
whether or not he is or
Oh,
not.
you mean until he shot out that apology that was read by
Yes.
Izuku Midoriya? That's so funny.
But basically, like the whole reason why it's just like me personally, I find this drama stupid as fuck, is because yes, I know he cheated. Bad person cheated. Yes, I get that. That's obvious, easy to understand. The reason why I find it so annoying is because of what people were saying after it. Because it's like,
But
yes, he
what are they
cheated. The girls already told everyone that he cheated. Yeah, understood that. That's fine. And then when he put out the apology, everyone immediately went ahead and said, "Oh my God, he is him. He's done it. He's not the bad person now." And it's like, what was the point of even canceling him in the first
they
place?
said that? No, I
Yeah,
didn't see
if
that. I'm not
people
a
have said that
follower.
occasionally, where it's like, what's the point of doing that when like everyone's going to immediately say he's just aura farming and mugging them now?
Do you think Sykkuno's cool?
No,
Okay, cool. I think he's a little twink.
he is. That's all he is.
Yeah.
That's his entire personality
You're
on
here with
Twitch.
me.
Huh?
Huh?
No, that's literally like I never watched
do you
Sykkuno.
think-
I don't care enough for Sykkuno.
Do you think the girls he cheated on and had sex with and manipulated have they had a right to be upset?
Yes.
What about
Like-
that one girl? What was her name? Lucy? I don't even know.
No, Luciasa?
I don't know.
I don't
Maybe.
know.
The one he had sex with.
Oh,
during
never mind.
Twitch Evo. I saw that and I thought that was pretty stupid, because she had I don't know, some critical thinking skills would have got you out of that pinch
Yes.
in a quick one, and then you're kind of complaining about it to the internet, even though it's a private matter. You know, if you have an issue with it, you don't gotta scream it out to the masses. It's kind of it's like the saying, yelp for help. I know I have a buddy who he can't stop doing that. That pisses me off. You need attention to make people care about your problems. I don't think your problems are worth caring about. Obviously, I don't mean that for most things, but definitely, I think in this world of my feelings matter, people go too far.
Fair enough. I mean, again, like that's me personally. That's why I could not care less for the Sakuno drama because, again, like I said, like it's not like I'm saying he's a good person, but it's been proven already he's a twink and not a very good person. The reason why I could not care less is because this is like a drama that pulled in thousands of eyes that really doesn't affect the world. Yeah, and that happens a lot as well. Like in our current world, this occurs so often.
Yeah, it's just bread and circus. Bro.
And like I don't get how that happens too, because like you hear, like for example, you hear now them talking about Sakuno and the thousands of eyes go to Sakuno, right? But there are so many other issues in the world that have news literally every single day that nobody pays attention to.
Do you think everyone should be informed about everything that is important?
I think people should be getting informed about things that are actually important.
Like what?
Again, like for example, the Middle Eastern War, Ukraine and Russia, that's still happening, by the way.
I know, but at some point it's gotta be exhausting, no?
No, it's gonna get exhausting. I never said you have to know everything, but it's the fact that some people know nothing about that, nothing about world history, but know everything about Sakuno.
I know, but that's just the kind of people they are. You know, if you're a shut-in NEET, you're gonna just watch streams all day and keep these people employed. But like, I know people like on Instagram that are like social justice warriors. So they'll post every time they see a post about like
those are different stories.
Palestine and stuff like that. And like, obviously, I think everyone should be free, but I think at some point it's like.
It's a little much.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, but then eventually they know it's too much and they stop too, and that kind of tells me that you don't care enough about it, you know? And it's like, especially those people, like they like pick and choose, you know? It's like, I'm gonna talk about the Palestine genocide or whatever it is. I don't really care. Sorry, I do. But I'm not gonna talk about all those Christians in Africa, something like that, Uganda or something like that, who got like brutally executed just for believing in Christ. You know, sorry if I don't have my facts right. I didn't study for this. But yeah, stuff like that. You know, if you want to be like social justice warriors, you know, you pick and choose what you want to be injustice, and you ignore the rest. It's kind of like, here's a question for you. Do you think black people are oppressed today? Especially more than other people?
Well, I still think there's still white supremacy, if that's what you're asking.
No, I'm not asking that. I'm asking, do you think they're suppressed? Do you think they're suppressed by society and they can't like there's like a genius black kid in the suburban the Bronx in Chicago, and he can't get the like education he needs, but he's super smart and he's wasting his potential because he's born in Chicago.
Again, and that's kind of what I'm saying is yes and no, because I believe, like, I still think there is white supremacy, and that's what I'm saying is people are still suppressed. I just wouldn't say black people are the most suppressed because there are other forms of that as well. Like, for example, again, like with Asian males, there's still that whole weirdness where Asian guys are just least likable out of everyone, or for example just Asians in general still being suppressed in some places.
Yeah, me.
And there's some other things, for example, right, like just like, and I understand why people would get mad, especially here in Canada, about like Indians immigrating and stuff, but like again, like that's another example
not like
of that.
Indians?
No, I'm not saying I don't like Indians. I just understand where people are coming from.
Do you think that they're stealing your jobs?
If they're stealing your jobs, you're just not good enough to be.
Did you want to be a tech scammer?
No.
Okay. Well, too bad.
Like, I can understand where people are getting upset about like their jobs being stolen in the Indian increments, but don't blame them. They're not the ones who did the problem. It was Justin Trudeau letting too many in.
Well, they do let themselves in. Because
those
fake universities.
But here's the thing, though: the ones that do that, like, I understand those guys, like, but at the same time, it's like you still have to remember Justin Trudeau understands that. Well, that's what I'm saying, though, right? Like, I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. Black people aren't. Well, Justin Trudeau was the main issue.
Mark Carney.
Mark Carney is gonna create more issues or solve them. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
But that does relate to Black people because, again, like I said, your question was whether or not Black people are still suppressed to this day, and my answer is yes and no. Yes, they are, but no, they're not the most. People are suppressed all around the world.
I think yeah, that's true, but I think they're also not suppressed in some cases in America.
That's why I said yes or
The
no.
Americas. I know, but not for the reason that you say.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the unemployment rate in New York City, actually, Zoran Mamdani is actually raising a tax on white people, or yeah, specifically whiter neighborhoods, because he pulled up a statistic of the average household income for Black families and compared them to white families, and obviously there's a significant difference, and you know, I think I have a theory about that actually, because I don't know if you know this, but you know, Black people use a lot of what are those things called, food stamps and stuff. They get free money from the government, and so like, you know, you can see them trying to like paying for like have like what 10 Gucci belts and stuff, but they need to ask the government for money for food, you know. If you make bad, like the government is empowering these people, kind of like First Nations people in Canada, you know, the government is empowering you to stay like suppressed, and it's like, oh, like if like First Nations people on the res, they get their check in, and the first thing they do is buy cigarettes and alcohol, and this isn't a stereotype or anything. It's just it's a reality. Like these like I have a buddy. He used to volunteer at a like a res children's daycare, and like there's a lot of like abuse and stuff in like those homes. Like even if like they don't show it like before their paycheck comes in, you know, when the paycheck does come in, that's when like all hell breaks loose. And like I don't know, it's just, yeah, when the government provides everything for you, you have no incentive for your own life. You don't need to get a job, you don't need to be productive. You can just rely on the government to keep you alive, right? Mm-hmm. And that makes sense, right? It's like if I don't know, if the government paid for everything for me, like legit, I'd stay at home too. Like but they don't, and that's why I have to go to work. I have to pay my bills, and that's why I'm not suppressed. You know, like, yeah. Like, do you think you're suppressed? Do you feel suppressed?
Well, I feel suppressed, but that's just because I'm from Hong Kong.
Okay.
I don't feel suppressed by the Canadian government.
I don't. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's you are a true Hong Kong warrior.
Yeah.
For show. Much better than I am, but you know.
Like I will always feel suppressed, but that's just because of the slightly anarchist blood that Hong Kongers have.
For sure. Yeah. But like currently, you know, it's like you're not, for the most part, you're not. Oh, you know, I can't go out and
beyond my own mind. No, yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, I think.
Like for sure, human equity and equality has gotten significantly better for this, in the last like 80, 90 years. But the only difference is just like, again, like, yes, people are like, I'm sure I've still been suppressed here and there once in a while that I just didn't notice. Because again, like you said, sometimes
it's probably fine.
Yeah, sometimes the government just empowers it in a way where you don't notice it. For some people, it's very noticeable, but for some people, it's not as noticeable, right? Like,
okay, what about this? Do you think fat people are oppressed?
I'm gonna get canceled, so I'm gonna say nothing about this one.
We're not getting canceled.
I have thoughts. I know.
You have thoughts. Okay, let's hear them. Let's hear your thoughts.
I wouldn't say fat people are being suppressed. I think they're getting cocky, especially body rights activists. They are.
Okay, let's stop using the word fat. Let's use plus sized. How's that?
Yeah, because the thing is like, I'm fine with you being slightly chubbier. I'm fine with you being I'm like. Chubby. Well, I mean, you've seen my dad. Damn, all right.
Yeah, you like that?
But basically, like, I'm okay with people being chubby or fat. That doesn't matter to me. What does matter is when you tell me that I'm happy with my weight and I'm healthy with my weight. Because if you are 200 plus pounds online saying, I'm happy with my weight and I think being this fat is healthy, you are lying straight to my face, and I know you are.
I mean, that's just the agenda now. It's like, oh, you should, like, you can do whatever you want to do. If you don't want to work out and you don't want to change your lifestyle, you can do whatever you want. You know, that's the danger of it. I think that's a danger of freedom. I'll say that.
But yeah, no, like that's the only real thing I have with just
At least
body
they
rights
have to pay more to
activists.
get bigger seats on the airplane.
Yeah, fair enough. But
I do agree with your point. You'll never see a plus size person on a hike up like a tall mountain.
because like the thing is I've seen so many, like, I literally follow a dude called Sam Jumps on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
His entire thing is he's trying to lose weight and he's just like doing a bunch of different exercises every day. And I think I'm at like day 573, and I've never once in my life had to lose weight. Actually, funny story, I've actively my entire life tried to gain weight.
Oh, I went on a weight loss thing before.
But like even then, like, again,
hard.
if people go on a weight loss journey, I'm happy for them. That's great for them.
Yeah,
if
I
people
really
go
like,
for a bulking journey, that's okay with me. I'm happy with that. If people go with I'm happy being fat and chubby and 400 pounds, I'm going to stay as far away from you as possible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I really like Nikocado Avocado and his whole thing. Because it's really sad how his life went, but I'm glad he's put back on his feet. But question to that, actually, do you think it's better to what's worse, never changing? Wait, sorry, yeah, changing or staying the same? Like, I think from what I hear, you'd think staying the same is worse than changing, right?
Well, again, it kind of depends on the scenario, right? Like,
Yeah, I know.
if staying the same in a situation where it's bad for you to stay the same, like, I'm going to immediately encourage you best I can to stay out of staying in the same position and change as much as you can. Because, again, like I said, like, for example, say, again, same example as previously, if you are 500 pounds in weight, which is insane, and if anyone here ever is at 500 pounds like that, like, you're just like, you need to change or you're going to struggle, right? But like, that's what I'm saying, like, as in, like, if you are that heavy and like you have a clear issue with your weight, then yes, you do need a change, and that change needs to start like as quickly as possible. But say again, like, if you're only 200, maybe even less, right? Like, you're still chubby, you're a little fat, like little bit fat, but like you're okay with that, like, and like you're healthy, like it's not that bad, right? Like, no, I don't.
Yeah,
that's fine. You can stay as there.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, as long as you're healthy, it's fine. But like, again, the same story. If, for example, say you are hyper depressed, you are a shut-in need, right? Like, and you have zero social interaction, no job, no money, right? Like, yeah, something needs to change, right? But if, again, say you're a shut-in need, but you have all the money you need.
Okay, but what about you personally, though? Not for like situation.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Me personally, it depends on the situation as well.
Okay.
Like, right now, if my like life is just not going the way I want it to, I'm going to reinvent my entire personality and body if I have to get what I need to get done. But if I'm satisfied and happy with what I'm doing right now, I'm still going to change a little bit, but like, those changes aren't going to be because I'm desperate for changes, right? Like, that's going to be more like staying the same than I am going to be changing. Like, for example, my personality, right? Like, if people really hated the way I acted and really hated the way I
I don't
talked,
think you should change your personality just because other people don't like it.
well, true, but at the same time, it makes your life easier if you want to get stuff
I
done.
don't think you should conform to other people just to make your life easier. I think it's better to be yourself.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, it's easy if you can get a job by conforming.
No, I think you should be who you are because you are, fearfully and wonderfully made as the person you are.
True, but at the same time, again, like I say, right? Like, for example, if I'm an asshole, I'm not going to stay an asshole, right? And I'm not like, again, you're saying this as if I need
I
to
don't.
change.
I mean, you don't need to be an asshole. You know, I think that's being an asshole is not being part. That's not part of who you are. It's just how you act.
And exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
And I think that's different than changing your personality.
well, that for some people that is literally changing their personality.
I'd argue on that, but yeah, go on.
Because for like again, like for me, if it means it's easier for me to get a job, I will swap my entire personality temporarily. Because that's just easier. Like, if I have to, I can. It's just an option.
Fair enough.
So like again, like it really just depends on the person. Like again, if it's easier for me to make friends with somebody in a class, say for example like in a giant university class, to just switch my personality a little bit, that's fine. I'm not gonna do a full rework of my personality for one person. That's a waste of time.
Yeah, fair enough. I think, but those are pretty minor changes, though.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to aim at is like, I don't know, more major changes, maybe. I guess, or like not like changes that you can make to yourself. I mean, like changes that are happening. Like, I don't know what. Like for me personally, I think changing is really scary. You know, because staying the same means that you're comfortable with what you're used to, and what you're like, what you're used to seeing. And even if it's not good, it's something that I'm familiar with. And so like, even though like, yes, you should,
Oh, you might want to
like, part of growing up
Hold
means
on.
changing.
Yeah. Hello， 媽媽，
B B
我同 Elias 喺邊啊
Hello.
邊個喺度啊？
？Elias
你哋喺度搞咩啊？咁
整一個
搞笑喺度
podcast episode 啊，等一陣，
哦
係咪食嘢啊？
係啊，
出去？
係啊。
哦，OK，give me 5 more minutes。
哦，
Okay.
我都唔知Elias喺度添。
Oh, it's okay. I didn't know you were here either.
Yeah, I heard them come in the garage. I'll cancel. I'll remove all of this
That's
anyway.
okay. No,
Just skip.
it in.
I'll quickly press pause and then press record again, and then I'll
We
know.
love Hodos' mom. Yeah, but I think changing is definitely part of human growth and development.
Yes.
And it's very important despite being scary. But yeah, looks like we're out of time
Yeah.
because you gotta go eat dinner.
Yes, unfortunately.
That's okay. Everybody should eat dinner and be healthy.
But again,
Never
like
skip your meals or be scared of being fat.
really, like again, because there is 5 minutes, but even then, like again, with change, the thing is with people like me specifically, because if we go into some psychology stuff, I need change. So I guess in a way,
I know, but
to
if
answer
you
your
could
answer.
keep your old friends forever. You know?
Well, again, this is kind of
Keep your old
going
lifestyle
back to
forever.
at the beginning where it talks about how
Be
you
in
were
high school
raised,
forever.
right?
I would be in high school forever.
I would not.
I would. I loved high school.
Like again, if we go back to like the way each of us were raised, right? Like for you, it's probably nicer and better
I
if
know,
you can
but-
stay comfortable. But for me, I spent my entire life living with change, so my comfortable is change.
Fair enough.
So like again, that's kind of again like going back to the very
I know, but
beginning
surely
point.
you must have like some point in your life when you're happiest, you know?
True, but at the same time, if most of your life is the same in general stances, you're not going to be happy without change.
I mean, I'm pretty happy with knowing what's gonna happen, you know? If I can, like, keeping a routine, I like that. You know, it's orderly, it's nice. I like.
And again, like I understand that. Like I like routines and I like order. The only difference is that my changes, like I need to have changes in my life so I can create new routines and new order. But like those changes don't come that often. Like they're usually not that major.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't know, I like the minor stuff.
I need minor changes, or else I just don't do anything correctly.
No, fair enough. I like staying in like sitting in the same spot in a restaurant or something, or
And again, I get that. Like I sit in the same seat in the car every single time,
Yeah.
and I refuse to
Yeah, I'm in
change
the
the
driver's
order.
seat.
Yeah, like again, if we go into psychology, like technically psychology stuff, but
yeah,
not
it's
really.
psychology, definitely.
No, like because like for example with MBTI stuff, like like the personality stuff. Yeah, like
no, that's still personality.
yeah.
That's, I mean, that's still,
it's still psychology, but it's a little less
I mean, it's
accurate
psychology means the study of
because
the brain, no?
well, Yes and no, because if you actually do research on MBTI itself is kind of inaccurate.
Okay, well, I'm average intelligence, so
It's okay, but basically, like for example, I'm technically an INFJ, which is wild to me because that doesn't make any sense. But
I never did that quiz.
yeah, it's
Not interesting to me.
supposed to be the rarest personality in the world, but I don't believe that. But basically, like the stereotype of INFJs is we need to have order, we need to have routine, and it's like yes, we do. But I will go insane if things don't change.
Fair enough. Like, I guess I can kind of agree with you on that point. It's like, I don't know, maybe I'm bipolar or something. I don't know. Like, I can, like, I don't know. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I don't. It depends on what it is, and that's just the subjective part of it. So that's unique to me.
Yeah, and again, like that's entirely entirely up to a person, right? Like, that's the whole reason why, like. In a way, like that's why my answer to your thing about change your state was
I totally
both.
understand. I mean, that's why I asked you, because I wanted to know what you thought.
Exactly. And with that, we're gonna end today's episode, which should be around. Oh my god, it's almost 2 hours long.
Hooray!
Nice. All right, cool. 4 hours of Minecraft content it is.
End video.
Yes. Bye bye.